welcome to this webinar on production planning and control. Uh, we'll start with the webinar. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you on behalf of German Corporation, GIZ, and EMC, and of course Dynamic Foundry Group. You all welcome to this webinar on production planning and control. I think this is the first time this such kind of webinar on this particular topic has been happening, and this is a very important topic. All participants kindly unmute yourself. So this is very important topic, and that is why I have selected this topic for this webinar. So let us start with the presentation. You all know production planning and control is a very important aspect in the foundry. In fact, it is very important aspect in all kind of industries and all kind of manufacturing associations. It is an important factor. Wherever there is a production, planning has to be done, control has to be made, and that is why PPC, that is production planning and control, is becoming an important tool for every industry, every manufacturing industry, we can say. So let us start with the presentation, the content of the presentation. What is PPC? We are going to see what is PPC, why is PPC important, what and work content of the PPC, then monthly, weekly, and daily sheet of the production planning and control, role of PPC in inventory control, role of PPC in quality control, and lastly, challenges and qualities required for PPC. So let us start with first thing, that is what is PPC. So PPC is nothing but production planning and production control. So what is production planning and what is production control? Production planning is something that we have planning to achieve our target or achieve the customer schedule. That is production planning. And production control is to achieve the specification or the requirement of the customer with respect to quality, with respect to process control. So that is process production control. So it is very important for PPC
चालतंय
to have control on both planning as well as.
खाल्लंय गेलं तर वरलंय चालू
Kindly mute yourself. All the participants are requested to mute yourself so that other people will not get disturbed. So here both planning and control are important. Only planning is not important or planning is not essential, but control is also essential. And enough control.
I got the issue.
So both planning and control are important. Normally planning is management term. It is normally we are using this term as a management term. What some planning of finance planning or project planning or production planning, quality planning, whatever planning is there, it is called as a basically a management term. Control is a quality term. We use it specifically for quality requirements. You can say control plan or quality control department. So it is basically related to quality. So here PPC has to ensure to both aspects, that is the management aspect as well as quality aspect. And that is why it is very important position, or it is very important area in the foundry or any manufacturing industry, that he will not only control the management aspect as well as quality aspect. He is related with the customer, he is related with the purchase, he is related with the production, he is related with the quality. And so the coordination of all these activity has to be carried out by a person, and that is why PPC is so important. So planning, after planning, there are operations. We all know that flow chart of input, process, output. It is similar kind of thing. That is, input is nothing but the planning of certain things, planning of schedules, planning of completing purchase orders. So it is a planning. Planning, then operation, that is the processes. Whatever processes are being carried out is in the middle. And control is nothing but the final inspection, in process inspection, WIP inspection, quality inspection. And after inspection, there are some information, some queries, some NCM, some non-conformance, and then again he has to modify it or rework it, correct it, and then again planning. So it is basically a circle that has to be completed by a PPC. So the role of PPC, that is why very important, he completes that circle. So why PPC is important? Once again, we are going to see why it is very important. PPC is important because it will directly having impact on various areas in the foundry. So how he is important? Because he has direct impact on various areas, or we can say KPIs of the foundries. Particularly, we can say delivery performance is one of the area. The KPI delivery performance depend on the function or the success of PPC. The PPC is so good, your delivery performance will be better. PPC's performance is not good, or he is not able to plan it properly. He is not able to, you can say, coordinate it properly. Your performance will be down. So delivery performance is one of the aspects. Second is on-time delivery. Third is inventory. Fourth is productivity. Fifth is quality aspect. Number six is plant capacity utilization. Number seven is utilization of available resources. So it is very also important to have proper utilization of your available resources. Next one is smooth workflow. So smooth workflow in the production or in the manufacturing process is very important. These are few, we can say, ideas that PPC need to carry on. Is one of the quality. He has that qualities in him, that he has to look upon quality. He has to look upon the speed, because speed is also important, because the order is given by the customer on, and he wants the casting or the supply on so and so date. So speed is also important, because we have to achieve that in time, because on time delivery is also one of our key performance indicator. So speed is important, efficiency is important, because cost is important, because if the efficiency is not there, machine efficiency, man efficiency is not achieved, our cost will go higher and will be not able to achieve whatever profitability or contribution we want to achieve from that particular product. So efficiency is also very important factor. And of course, with the efficiency, it is the cost. So all these factor has to be adhered by this PPC. We can say a function of PPC, how it function works actually. Process planning, then scheduling, then loading, then combining functions, dispatching. After dispatch, there is a follow-up. Then on any non-conformances there, corrective action, then replanning, and again cycle continues with the process planning. So this is a general idea I have given. In detail, we are going to see all these factors one by one in next slides. So this is another flowchart which I have made for our foundry, or you can say PPC, how the PPC actually working, or how should it work, should be working. So number one is monthly planning. So before that, he has to get customer schedule from marketing. Then he has to check WIP in stock. He has to find out gap, that is quantity difference between the schedule and the available quantity. Then he has to add some percentage of rejection to get gross balance quantity. Then he has to go for production planning month wise. Similarly, go for the planning of raw material for required for the that particular production. Then planning of course and everything, that other aspect, even machining planning is also there, and give tentative commitments to the marketing and the customer for the dispatch. So before giving exact commitment or tentative commitment to the marketing or dispatch, he has to do all this exercise, and on the basis of this exercise, he can able to give his commitment. So next, monthly planning for PPC. So we go to the monthly planning now. Get customer schedule from marketing. So first stage is to get customer schedule. So customer schedule is come to marketing most of the time. So marketing will give his schedule to the PPC guy, and PPC will further process it. So check the stock for the balance these parts in house, machine shop, and vendor end. So once he got the schedule from marketing, what is his first job? His first job is to check the WIP, work in process. It may be in your foundry, it may be in your machine shop, it may be in outside vendor. So all this stock he has to gather. It may be available on your ERP system or on your computer system or whatever system you are following. It will be available there. He just has to go there and check that stock, and then he has to deduct that stock from the schedule, whatever schedule he has received, and get difference quantity. So some difference quantity he's got, then he has to add average rejection for that particular part. So if 50 numbers are required, producing 50 numbers will not work because there will be some rejection. So what is the average rejection for 3 months or 6 months, whatever the criteria he decide or his organization decide or management decides, he has to follow that, and he has to take that average rejection and add to it as a buffer stock, and then he will get balanced quantity to pour. I will say it is a quantity to pour. So he will get that quantity to pour. Based on this balanced quantity to pour, the further planning for raw material requirements, core requirements, other consumable requirements, and everything. So based on that, this plan production week wise, day wise, and inform machine shop and vendors about the deals. So all these things again we are going to see with examples in the future slides, so that we'll get better idea how these activities are done, what are the you can say loopholes in that, what are the critical points you have to look upon on this while doing these activities. All these things will be taken care in detail in future slides. So take commitment from the machine shop. So once we decided that our quantity is going to machine shop on 10th of the August, say. So we have to take a commitment from machine shop also when you are going to machine the casting, because he has to give a commitment to customer for the machine component, not casting component. So he has to take commitment from machine shop, where in-house or vendor, whatever it is, and then he will give back that feedback to the marketing that okay, we are going to give this casting to machine shop by 10th, and he will be giving that casting in a machine condition by 17th, so we can able to dispatch this casting to the customer on 18th. So this kind of information is passed on to marketing and customer as a our commitment for the delivery. Any changes in this, PPC has to inform marketing and customer immediately, because there are chances that some breakdown may be there, some material shortage will be there, some issues will be there, and some planning failures may be there. So he has to take that planning failures immediately and inform the marketing as well as customer for the failures, so that they can plan it in advance, so that they got information that yes, I was getting this casting not on 17th, now I will getting this casting on 22nd because of some issues. So they will able to make their plan accordingly, and customer will able to speak with his end customer accordingly. So this is very important to coordinate or give proper communication to your marketing as well as customer. So communication is a very important part for PPC. This is remember, it is a very important part, that communication is very important. In the future slide also we are going to see some of the areas where you can see communication, how important it is for the PPC. So planning drill out from monthly to daily. Now what happens? We have made a monthly plan, but based on that monthly plan, one has to go for daily planning. So he has to convert it into weekly and then into daily planning, so that more drill down ideas will be achieved for the production as well as vendors, as well as raw material planning, as well as for workshop planning, tooling planning, everything. So it is very important to then drill down to the weekly plan and then to the daily plan. So this drill out PPC activity will help to give proper clarity about when exactly the part is getting to pour, when it is go to the next operation, and plan further post pouring activities for smooth working. Now we have seen smooth working is one of the essential part of PPC. Why we are doing PPC is important, because to run the foundry or the manufacturing unit in a smooth way. So for that smooth working, this drill down of monthly planning into weekly planning and daily planning is essential. So PPC, I was telling you about the communication. Similarly, coordination and communication is important. Why it is important? Because he has to communicate. He has to coordinate with all these people. is a list of people to whom PPC is going to communicate or coordinate. Who are them? Number one is basically your customer, your marketing team, your pattern shop and tooling, your development team, because there will be some samples, there will be some feedback, there will be some pilot batches. So he had to plan it that also. So he has to communicate with the development team. He has to communicate with melting section, molding section, core shop section, fettling section to get their commitment for the casting fettling, painting shop for planning the paint requirements as well as for the painting dates, then dispatch, that is the logistic we can say, and invoicing and logistic. I've not considered here accounts, but accounts is another area he has to coordinate with, because invoicing is area coming under accounts many times. Then importantly, purchase for the raw material, stores for the stock availability and consumables, outside vendors, that is all machine shop which are working for you outside, and internal machine shop you have in it. So all these people he has to manage, he has to coordinate, he has to communicate, and effective communication will only help to get his work done effectively. जितना उसका कम्युनिकेशन इफेक्टिव होगा उतना आपका रिजल्ट बेहतर आएगा. उसका कम्युनिकेशन अगर कहीं पे रुक गया, कहीं पे कम हो गया या फिर कम्युनिकेट नहीं किया, तो ऑल द साइकिल्स will get affected. So it is very important that PPC must have a quality of good coordinator. This is very, very important. So how this is another kind of flowchart, marketing to PPC, and then a PPC communicate with all this pattern shop, melting, molding, core shop, purchase, fettling shop, painting shop, and machine shop. So all the activities that he has to do is basically communicate and coordinate. Monthly planning for PPC. PPC must have a master list of master data for all parts with name, weight, grade, core, raw material requirement, consumable requirement, etc. So this is important because once we go further activities, how PPC works, we must have all this data available, and most importantly, factual data and latest data is has to be available with PPC for the further preparation. Once he got scheduled and make his plan ready for balance to pour quantity by putting this quantity in same format to get material requirement for the purchase, because he has to give purchase requirement of raw material, how much CRC is required, how much MS is required, how much will be requirement of pig iron for this coming month. So he has to give all the data based on the balance to pour quantities, and for that we need to know which part required how much of percentage of pig iron, how much percentage of MS, how much percentage of CRC, and all this data he must have. Similarly, core shop, he has to give a plan to core shop. So which component require which core, which in A component require no bake core, B component require shell core, what is the weight, all this data he need to have with him in a factual way, in a proper format. And once he put a quantity inside it, you will get all the data. That all formats are there. I will be sharing with you in a while. Next thing is at purchase, similar activity will happen again. So purchase person will do the same thing. What PPC is doing. Once he got a raw material requirement from PPC, he will go to his store, he will go to his godown, he will go to his shop floor and see what is the stock available right now with him, and he will deduct that stock from the requirement, and he will make next plan, that is purchase plan, because whatever PPC is given, that is requirement for the production, but already purchase have some stock or some inventory with him. We will deduct that inventory, we will carry some buffer as a, we can say, safety margin, or we can say it is a minimum stock level, and he will arrive at a purchasing quantities, and that purchasing quantity he will go for the purchase order. So same thing what PPC is doing has to be done with purchase. So let us take an example here. I have taken example here. Here the customer is Kulkarni Automobiles has ordered us 200 numbers of steering housing. So Kulkarni Automobiles is a company who has ordered you 200 numbers of steering housing for the month of August, and this information is coming from marketing to the PPC person now. So PPC got this information that Kulkarni Automobiles have ordered for 200 numbers of steering housing. So what he will do now? He will first acknowledgement is very important that yes, I have received your schedule for 200 numbers. I will work on that and I will come back with my commitments. So this is very important to give the acknowledgement that yes, I have received the schedule and I will work on and I will give you with come with commitment. So this is first thing that our marketing has to do or even PPC has to do, that you will acknowledge marketing. Yes, I have received the schedule. I will come back to you on the dispatch dates and dispatch plan. So acknowledgement is number one. Number two, he will go to his stores or WIP area and see what is the stock. He will go to vendor and see what is the stock. So what he found? He found that in-house he has 3 numbers and at machine shop he has 50 numbers. So there is a stock or inventory of 53 numbers with him. So right now he has 53 numbers with him as inventory. Scheduled quantity, as we are all knowing, that is 200 numbers. So difference quantity is 147 numbers. So now he has to go for 147 numbers production. But again, 100% casting will not be okay. So he has to add some buffer as a rejection. So he has checked and found that last 3 months the average rejection for that particular part is 10%. So what he will do, 147 is his requirement quantity plus 10%, that is 15 numbers. He will add it to it, and now the total quantity to be poured is 162 numbers. 147 plus 50. So 162 numbers he has to plan for the pouring. Now the material grade is 400 by 15 ductile iron. So you need to give requirement for CRCA, ferrosilicon magnesium, ferrosilicon, GPC coke, inoculants, etc. Similarly, this part required cold box core. So he has to intimate core shop that yes, we are going to produce 162 numbers of this casting. So you have to plan cores accordingly. The core shop may take a buffer of 5% as his rejection, and he will produce another 8 numbers of core more, that he will produce another maybe 170 cores he has to produce for pouring these 162 numbers. So this is how he has to coordinate with everybody. He has to inform pattern shop to keep that pattern ready, keep that core box ready. He has to check the pattern, he has to check the core box, he has to keep that in ready condition. Whenever production will be there, the production team can take it and start the production. So this is the format which I have made for this particular PPC sheet for the monthly, where you can see part number, part name is there, customer is there, casting weight is there, schedule quantity is there, number of cavities are there, bunch weight is there, grade are there, core weight is there, then sleeve requirement, chaplet requirement. So all the consumables will be in one line. Then you can easily get the requirement based on, if you put that schedule quantity inside it, you will get immediately the core requirement or sleeve requirement or chaplet requirement or paint requirement. You just have to have that particular Excel sheet, and once you put that quantity, you will immediately get all the details. So this is how you have to work on this monthly planning sheet. We'll do one thing. We'll stop here and we'll come back immediately after